Talk to David Scott more about that tornado that hit northeast Austin. Hard hit was the Walnut Place community, north of Highway 290, just west of Springdale. That's where KXN's David Scott is right now, and he spent the day there. David?
It's a real mess out here and not a happy day on Happy Trail Drive. Tornadoes can be funny things. This one had a width of just 50 yards. It left relatively untouched Olaf Rewe's home, although he lost a big oak out back. But look what it did to Michael Bennett's home right next door. It destroyed it. Some neighbors are luckier than others, although almost all of them in this community did lose trees. The Bennett family was awakened by the screams of their 10-year-old daughter.
I was banging on the door for my mom and dad, and they said, "What?" And I'm like, "Do you hear that?"
And I woke up to that, and her and my wife had already realized that, something was happening to our house. And you could hear this, it sounds just like the old cliche, a locomotive going through your home. It was a whistle, and then I could hear all the sticks in the roofing snapping. But we had no idea that it was, the whole roof had went.
One look shows you the devastation of the Bennett home, the destruction, devastating and complete. Across the way, the Albrechts were luckier.
We walked outside and we saw devastation immediately when we walked outside, even though it was dark. And it was hard to go back to sleep.
They did lose a sentimental oak tree planted in 1992 for their grandson's first Arbor Day.
It's not a big deal compared to a lot of other problems that people are having right now, but it's really sentimental.
Next door to the Bennetts, Olaf Rewe was also one of the lucky ones.
I've got a little roof damage and lost a tree in the backyard, but other than that, well, I'm pretty safe.
Could have been worse.
Could have been much, much worse.
The Bennetts called this their dream home. They only moved in last July after much toil and sweat by Terry and Michael. Now it's a wreck.
She designed it and I built it. We did everything in that home we did by ourselves, and we were real proud of it. And now it's a real awakening experience. When you lose some material things, you realize what's important. My family didn't get hurt, and we were able to save our pets.
That's what is important. The Bennetts will stay with relatives tonight. They vow they will rebuild this home on this property. A bit of the spirit of Bastrop, you might say, here on Happy Trail Drive. David Scott, KXAN News.